In 1987, the harrowing story of 11-year-old Mary Elizabeth Bailey unfolded in West Virginia, revealing a chilling case of domestic abuse, manipulation, and a child's coerced involvement in a fatal act. Mary's mother, Priscilla Wires, ensnared her daughter in a tragic event that would alter the course of Mary's life forever. Mary's early years were marred by instability and neglect. Born from an affair, she was raised in an environment where emotional support was scarce. Her mother, Priscilla, entered into a relationship with Wayne Wires, a man whose presence would bring terror into their lives. Wayne was a truck driver with a volatile temper, known for his violent outbursts and abusive behavior towards Priscilla and her children. The household became a place of fear, with Mary often witnessing and experiencing the brunt of Wayne's aggression. The situation escalated in February 1987 when Wayne returned home to find his truck, which Priscilla had lent to a friend, damaged in an accident. Enraged, Wayne subjected Priscilla to days of physical abuse, leaving her battered and terrified. He also threatened the lives of Priscilla's children, including their infant son. Fearing for her life and the safety of her children, Priscilla devised a desperate plan. On February 24, 1987, Priscilla handed Mary a .22 caliber rifle and instructed her to kill Wayne while he slept. Mary, overwhelmed with fear and confusion, initially resisted, pleading with her mother not to force her into such an act. However, Priscilla insisted, emphasizing that Wayne's death was the only way to ensure their survival. Mary attempted to carry out the act twice, but the safety on the rifle prevented it from firing. On the third attempt, the gun discharged, and Wayne was shot. He succumbed to his injuries shortly after. In the aftermath, Priscilla called 911, and both she and Mary were arrested and charged with murder. Initially, Priscilla claimed responsibility for the shooting, but later shifted the blame onto Mary, portraying her daughter as the sole perpetrator. Mary was placed in foster care, and the charges against her were eventually dropped in exchange for her testimony against her mother. Priscilla was convicted of first-degree murder in 1988 and sentenced to life in prison. Mary's journey did not end with the trial. She spent her adolescence in the foster care system, grappling with the trauma of her past and the stigma associated with her involvement in the case. Despite these challenges, Mary demonstrated remarkable resilience. She pursued higher education, earning a nursing degree, and later co-founded a successful medical uniform business. Mary also became an advocate for children in the foster care system, using her experiences to mentor and support those facing similar hardships. In her memoir, My Mother's Soldier, Mary recounts the events of her childhood, offering a candid and poignant reflection on the abuse she endured and the choices she was forced to make. Her story has been featured in various media outlets, including a Lifetime movie titled Would You Kill for Me? The Mary Bailey Story, which dramatizes the events leading up to Wayne's death. Mary's tale is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of domestic violence and the complex moral dilemmas faced by those trapped in abusive environments. Her journey from a traumatized child to a compassionate advocate underscores the human capacity for resilience and the importance of support systems for survivors of abuse. As of the latest available information, Priscilla Wires remains incarcerated, serving her life sentence for the murder of Wayne Wires. Mary continues to live in North Carolina, dedicated to her work and advocacy, embodying a message of hope and healing for others who have faced similar adversities.